Hey guys, so today's video is going to be very cool. The guys from Wilwood are actually on their way over here right now to pick up my 1967 Pontiac Tempest and install the front brake kit for me. I know, it's totally wild. What happened was they were looking for this generation of A-body to do some install videos showing how to install their front brake kit on this car. They found out that I had one, they hit me up, asked if I could bring my car in, and yeah, they're on their way right now. We're gonna load this thing up and head over there, and I'll show you a little behind the scenes. So as you can see, we got the QA1 upper lower control arms, the double adjustable coilovers in there too, but it still has the factory drum brakes, factory spindle, and yeah. Here they are. This is so wild. Wilwood is picking up my car. Oh, this is nuts. Okay, we're gonna get it loaded up. Okay, so the car's in the truck. They're just strapping it down. This is definitely probably the crappiest car they've had in this trailer. It is a gorgeous trailer for way too ratty a car, but they're strapping it down and we're gonna head over there. All right, that was a really short drive. We're here at the facility. This is just one of their two buildings, and as you can see, it's massive. Maybe we'll do a little walk around some of the areas, but we just gotta get this thing unloaded and in there.
Set at 79.
Sweet.
We're gonna let it kind of go right now. Yeah, we're good. There we go.
Cool.
So let me measure one more time so we can just push it up once. Get me to the outside of that tire.
Look at this service. Only at Wilwood. Sweet.
Let's go back as far as we can.
All right, guys, so this is Caleb, this is Reggie. So you want to tell everybody what you do here at the company?
My name is Reggie. I'm the social media coordinator here for Wilwood Brakes.
And I am the marketing coordinator, technical support, account rep here at Wilwood as well.
So Caleb does a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I do a few things. But today we're going to be doing the front install on the 67 Tempest, and just got up on here on the lift, and now we're gonna check out a few of the things before we really get our hands dirty.
Yeah, let's talk about this stuff off to the side.
Yeah, so this is our Wilwood 66 Workhorse Mustang. It's 5-liter Coyote swap, has a full TCI chassis on it, full floater rear end with our brakes. It's gonna have a Coyote motor inside of it as well, with our balance bar assembly, master cylinders. This is set up to go Optima, autocross, road course, kind of do everything on the track, but also be comfortable and have a good time on the street.
Yeah. Wow, this thing is gorgeous up close. And then check out the interior.
Yeah, I got the Corbeau seats in there, Tremec transmission, NRG steering wheel, the Cloud clutch, race pack dash, strange full floater.
That's so cool.
JRI coilovers, and Wilwood disc brakes front and rear.
Front and rear. And then
some of our new projects, we're coming out with a full line of UTV brake systems for like your Honda Talons, your Razors, Can-Ams. A lot of those vehicles that are going to be being beat out there on the desert, in the trails, people taking them out to events just to cruise around, have fun. But we're coming out with a good 6-piston full floater brake system for all these lineup of cars coming out pretty soon.
Sweet. And then what's this over here?
This is going to be all of our marketing stuff. So these are display carts and systems that we go and take to trade shows on the road. So for an example, we're going to be heading up to Good Guys Pleasanton in the next week and taking all 3 carts along with the Mustang Reggie's C10 actually that we just did our new 6-lug kit and spindles on front and rear.
Nice.
So we're taking that up there, going to be representing for the full week up in Pleasanton. So it's going to be good. We got systems, our UTV, our Aero DMs for 17-inch truck wheels, Broncos, our full spindle lineups, classic series kit, which we're going to be putting on Liv's car here today.
Check it out. All this jewelry. Wow, and then a bunch of master cylinders here.
Yeah, we got our tandem aluminum. We're missing our remote right now, getting prepped for the show. We got our compact tandem, which is the same one that's going to be on Liv's car as well. Pedal assemblies, remote masters, billet reservoirs, turning brakes for your off-road applications, hand brakes for your drift and desert guys. Some new product that we're coming out with soon.
Wow.
And another one of the lineups of the UTV chassis with our brakes on there for, this is one of the Honda Talons that's going to be offered our system soon.
Can kind of see them through there. Sweet. Well, as I mentioned before, guys, the facility goes on and on back there. Maybe we'll take a look at some parts of it later, but this is just one of their 2 buildings and it's massive. All right, guys, so we're here at Wilwood. We have the brake kit right here in this box, but first I wanted to introduce you to Mike. You might already know him as he's the face of Wilwood's social media. So you want to tell them your title here and a bit about what you do?
Sometimes I wonder what I do here, Liv. I think I do a bunch of different things, and it's kind of a fortunate job that I get to do a lot of things that I like to do. But my direct title is Events and Promotions Manager. So definitely working with people like you where we can promote our products. We've done some other work with you. I think you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, so helping you reach more people, especially about, it comes down to working with people that are going to explain to the average customer. We're not talking about people that have $200,000 cars that are going to go out and race them.
Yeah.
It's more of, hey, how do I get this car that's got drum brakes and not really the best stopping capabilities to just be like a good daily driver, right? So yeah, we love doing this stuff. I'm fortunate that that's part of my job is helping people get their cars so that they're working really well and they're confident in how it's stopping. So kind of cool job I got.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing, is feeling confident when you stop your car. I mean, this thing was factory drums all the way around. I've already installed the rear brakes on this, the Wilwood kit. So now we're gonna unbox the fronts and get these on the car. So we're gonna open this up and kind of go over why we chose this kit and what's all included. And right here at the top, you cannot miss the Wilwood stickers. I have a million of those.
And there's the thing that we try to explain to everybody they can't miss.
Yeah.
The data sheet.
Yeah.
You've got to read these data sheets from top to bottom. What's really awesome, and I've learned to do this with working on my own projects, before the parts even show up, I can go to the website and look up the data sheet so I know what I'm in for once the product shows up at my doorstep.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's helped me so much so that if I've got a project on the weekend, I already have all the tools and everything ready. So as soon as it shows up at my doorstep, I can start working on it.
That's it. And this was super useful for installing the rear. Without this diagram and the list of components here, I would honestly be very lost. And it's not that long, so read it. And so up here, flex line.
So the bolt kits.
Bolt kits.
So we've got the caliper to bracket, and then we've got the bracket to spindle. And later you're gonna see we're gonna have to modify the spindle most likely. We were talking about it. And then that particular bolt kit comes with everything you need for a disc or drum brake spindle. In this case, it's a drum brake factory spindle.
Yeah. Perfect. Running here.
All the bearing kits.
Bearing kits. And then these brackets here. And then getting into these boxes, nice bright red calipers to match the rear.
So that's our forged dynamite internal M, so we call it machined. Remember we were talking about if you stayed with your 14-inch wheels, this kit would probably fit it. It's because what we ended up doing is measuring a bunch of the big 3 wheels back in the 60s and 70s. We did the Chevrolet wheels, GM wheels in general, Ford, and then also Mopar wheels. And we machined this outboard body so that it fits, or it's scalloped, so that it fits a lot of different smaller diameter wheels. So that's a little bit different on this caliper. You went to 15-inch wheels, so I know we're not gonna have a wheel clearance issue.
Yeah.
But man, this has really been a game changer for us.
And brake pads right up here.
And these are gonna be a little tougher to get out. And there's 2 of those.
All right. We still have that razor blade?
You know what? I don't know where it went. Hold on a second. So on this particular kit, it's called our Classic Series. And what we did about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, we went to a 1-piece hub rotor assembly. And people say, well, why'd you do that when you make such a nice setup that had a billet hub? Well, for one thing, we want to make the brake kits as affordable as possible so that they'll fit the user's budget. In this case, with what you're doing with this Tempest, I think the 1-piece hub rotor is more than adequate for what we're doing.
Yeah.
And because of the factory style wheel that we're not going to see the brakes, we're not going to have to spend that extra money on the billet parts.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's a hot rod, or it's going to be like a 17-inch wheel and you're going to see inside the wheel, we might even do drilled rotors. But in this case, I think this is the right setup.
So this is what it looks like. And yeah, he said it best. I'm running the Steelies on this car, so I don't need the real flashy ones. As long as this thing stops really, really well, that's all I need out of it. It's gonna be my daily driver, so can't wait to get these on there.
Yeah.
And anything else in the kit?
No, just the other rotor.
Other rotor?
And then later, if we've got time, which I think we will, we're gonna end up getting the master cylinder mounted so you guys can start plumbing all of the brakes.
Yeah.
So this is our newer style.
This thing is so light, I can't even tell you. It's really nice compared to the factory stuff. And I'm gonna be running just manual brakes on this car. It was a factory manual brake car to begin with. But yeah, this is their more compact master cylinder, which is nice because the more room you can have up in the engine bay, the better.
And here's another thing. This car was a drum.
Yeah.
So if you were to go to disc front and leave the drum in the rear, you still would have had to change the master.
Yeah.
And we could have gone 2 different directions. We could have sent you down to get, like, let's say a 69 Camaro factory disc front drum rear master, and that would have stayed with the Patina, right?
Yeah.
But you're putting aftermarket parts on it.
Yeah.
The car's gonna somewhat stay in this Patina, it sounds like.
Yes.
But with some of these more fasty looking parts, I like to call it fasty parts, I think it's going to be a really well-rounded system, especially with a disc. And that's what this master's set up for, is disc.
Yeah. So sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to properly lay out the kit, just kind of go through all the components, and then we're going to start working on the car. So they're doing driver's side. I'm gonna do the passenger side after.
Yeah. Yeah, 67, so it hasn't changed.
Yeah, but I think real. Yeah, when it was that was like my first photo shoot.
So nice.
I know. It's unreal. And
well, and the QA1 stuff too.
it just all looks so good, especially with the red calipers you guys sent, and it just looks great. Those things.
Caleb was off. Well, what color caliper should we send? Should we send the hard anno? I go, well, we put a hard anno on her other car.
Yeah.
Well, black, I'm all, no, because QA1 is the same colors as Moser, which is the same colors as us. I think red would be the best. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks, at first I was skeptical because I like just the all plain, but seeing it on with the other parts, I'm like, that was the way to go, 100%.
Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so we got that, so let's get that nut off. I think it was a 3/4 as well.
Is this it?
Mm-hmm.
Should I just blast this off?
Yeah. Oma, why you got all that stuff in your trunk? Why don't you not worry about it? I said, okay, I won't worry about
Instead
it.
of doing cast, you steal fire rod ends?
Like that.
Pretty freaking awesome tool.
That was really good.
Right?
You were just beating the other side, but this is the way to go.
He's like, no, I think I have the other one. It's in my car. I'm like, word. Ready?
Yeah.
Got it.
Perfect.
And let's see. Sometimes you can just, no. So let's turn it this way and you hold this side. And this one, now you can impact it. And it's nice because now you can turn it too. It's easier. So you did that perfect because you always want to do your lower ones first and then leave this for the top because it's going to want to drop.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, so just that last one?
Yeah, it's going to be the last one. And it's basically going through all this and into the spindle.
Okay.
So it's going to come out about 3/4 of an inch. Mm-hmm. And this will still stay on, but you'll be able to leave the nut in it or the bolt in it and then break it loose and it'll all come off together.
So just kind of get it.
Oh, just all the way out. There you go. And then give it a little shake. There you go.
I can hear that crunch.
Well, it's crazy because it had like the little gasket that was holding it on the other side too.
It's just that thing.
All
if
right.
that went right to my face.
That came a little quicker than you thought, huh? Yeah, that's the little gasket that was holding it on there.
All right, well that's off. And then I guess we can start like cleaning this up and paint these pieces.
So, I have plenty of rags. I'll go sandblast this real quick.
Okay, I'll wipe this.
Get that all clean. I'm thinking if we get this painted, like started to dry, then we can go to the other side and drill and tap and start putting the kit on.
Okay. Shout out to O'Reilly. Okay guys, so we got the drums off and painted the spindle, and we're just gonna get ready to install the new stuff, but they're keeping me fed over here.
You ready? Brake time tip. Got to make sure that if you're going to be using conical bearings in a Wilwood brake kit or any brake kit, you want to make sure that if you've got a bearing packer, use the bearing packer, but always finish or do your packing by hand to make sure that you've got lots of grease in them.
All right, so Mike is finishing up this side of the car. Got them on. They look great. And I can't wait to find out how much weight they save compared to the drums.
I think it's going to be more than we think.
Oh yeah, they look so good, especially with the QA1 arms and coilovers there. Beautiful.
Small too, so I'm going to get the specs off those.
I didn't feel it, but here. There we go. There we go.
Perfect.
All right, guys, going to install the 4-piston caliper right here, and hopefully you guys can see, but probably not. Yeah. And so we did the other side already, and that side took 2 shims, so we're going to do the exact same to this side. All right, so we have the caliper in place. It's all centered up. Put Loctite through these bolts here, and it did take 2 shims, just like the other side. So now we're gonna drop in the brake pads, and then these are held in place with this pin right here. There we have it. Looks so good, and it looks even better with the QA1 suspension. Okay, so the guys are helping me throw the wheels back on the car, but before we load it up and take everything back to the shop, we're actually gonna go weigh the factory drums right now. I'm just so curious to know like what the weight difference actually is. Keeps going.
weight we're saving with these brakes right here. Yeah.
Oh, are they the ones you guys are taking off the car?
Yeah. Factory brakes.
What kind of car is it?
It's a 67 Tempest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
34.5 pounds.
So these right there. 34.5.
Original drum per side. Factory.
That's the factory
7
master.
pounds.
7 pounds.
New master cylinder with box hardware. Rot valve.
And the prop valve is 4 pounds. That's crazy. And that's with like everything in the packaging too. Nice. So we'll get the shipping weight on the Classic series and then we'll do the math for you guys real quick.
34.5 pounds per side. And master close. Yeah. The master cylinder was 7 pounds factory from just the master. But our master drop valve is 4 with all the packaging.
Yeah, with all the packaging. So
Wow.
it's pretty good.
So the brake kit, I want to say, is like 52.
Yeah, and that's what I think is. It should be around 52 pounds
Let's look
overall
at
weight.
weight around.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Let's look at the shipping weight.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Wow.
aluminum hub kit would be saving us a grip of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing about this kit is it's 300 thousandths larger in diameter and it has more mass, which is going to be perfect for more of a daily driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
That thick wall casting, Classic Series brake
Yeah.
kit. It's an awesome system to work with.
So how much were they? They were 7?
Series 62 pounds for the Wilwood brake kit combined, shipped with packaging and everything.
Yeah.
And the other ones are 70 pounds total for the pair for the drum brakes.
Gotcha.
So about 8 pound saving for the system.
That's still, the fact that you're saving any weight at all is great.
Well, and you're also going over to a more efficient disc that's able to ventilate that heat from the system, get rid
Absolutely.
of that mass compared to a drum that just likes to keep all that in the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot more of an efficient brake kit, actually able to disperse, and yeah, you're able to change pads out easier, adjust the system, or never really have to adjust the system
I
with this.
know.
That's one of the benefits,
Yep.
other than just changing out replaceables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way to go. So the car is now down. We're gonna roll this thing out back, load it up, and take it back to the shop. The Tempest is back at the shop now, safe and sound. The guys from Wilwood are taking off, but just want to give a huge shout out to Wilwood for what they did. Such an amazing opportunity to go in there and be able to work with them hands-on on the car and get the front kit installed. I had so much fun. They are great people. So if you're considering brakes for your ride, check out Wilwood Disc Brakes.